What up, horror fans? If you guys are interested in watching a psychological thriller, no stupid jump scares, none of that bullshit horror garbage, you should go watch Session 9. That is what the film is called. It is a movie that came out in 2001, and I just heard about it from Cody Leach. If you don't know who he is, he does movie reviews. Should definitely go check him out. Definitely higher up there as a critic, but I really like his stuff. He's not bought and paid for like a lot of people. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't known about this movie. So quick shout out to him. But Session 9 is about a group of cleaners who, well, they go into clean this asylum, and it was a mental institution back in the day. And this is like hundreds and hundreds of years later after it's been abandoned, and their job is to clean out the building and get rid of all the dust, all of that. And what ends up happening is very interesting. I'm going to not spoil this movie as much as I can, but what I really like about this movie, it is so small scale and they pull it off so good. You have a group of cleaners. It starts off with four guys, and they're just regular people. They're not stupid teenagers. They're not making dumbass decisions. They're just normal, average Joes trying to get through their day job and go home to their families. And one person in particular has very bad family issues, and he gets very good character development. I'll just say that much. So they go into this asylum, and they come across. They know it's it used to be a mental institution. One thing about this movie I will spoil: there is no. Don't go into this movie expecting even to see like a ghost. Don't expect to see a demon, a spirit. They don't show you anything, and they leave it up to you and to your interpretation of the movie. And the way it ends is really well done, and it just leaves you thinking about what happened. This is one of those movies where you can really not pick it. It's really easy to digest, but there is a lot to unpack because the movie flows so good, and the characters are so well done. The pacing's great, but when you get to the end, it really gets you thinking about what is really going on and how did it occur. The most creepy thing you will see in this movie is pictures of the old patients from the asylum, and that alone is creepier than seeing a ghost. The way they pull it off in this movie, just by showing you pictures, can get you really creeped out. They don't have to have a CGI ghost or nothing, and they do such a good job throughout the movie of keeping the mystery, keeping you guessing. And like I said, especially the ending, it really keeps you thinking. Everyone has their own opinions about it. I have mine, but let me know in the comments what you guys think if you do end up watching this movie, or if you've seen it. But there is one spoiler I will say, so click off if you haven't seen it. But the big twist at the end, I liked. I felt like the third act was not rushed, but from the movie overall, I really liked. I was expecting a bit more creepiness and edginess, but for what we got, I really enjoyed it. And this movie does what movies nowadays can't do, and that is put a group of people in one specific location. There is nothing else. It's just the asylum, and the atmosphere and like the vibe of this movie. The story might not be the best, but the vibe and the tone and the aesthetic and the feel you get when these people walk into this asylum. I'm pretty sure it's a real asylum in real life. I could be wrong, but everything about it, you just get creeped out by, because this could really happen to any of us. The psychological torture that these guys go through, all the fucked up thoughts they have, and they do it in such a believable way, like I said, without showing a demon, without showing a ghost. You may hear a ghost talking to one of the characters, but it never shows anything. And then one of them goes bad shit crazy, loses his mind because this entity or ghost or whatever spirit enters this guy's body, and you can tell because there is some scenes where he is just walking around and his eyes are closed. And I think this is masterful storytelling, because they're not pointing out to us like, hey, this guy's possessed. You really, really got to figure it out for yourself. The twist at the end I liked. I did feel like the third act was a bit rushed. I did want a bit more, but more isn't always better. So what we got, I would definitely give a 7, 8 out of 10. I would definitely watch this movie again. And for any person out there that is looking for just a psychological horror movie that kind of fucks with your mind, and you don't have to have everything spelled out for you. You got to figure out what the fuck is going on yourself. This movie just does such a brilliant job. And I know it's easy for me to say because I don't make movies, but we need more of this, especially today. I love Halloween. I love like original horror movies, but ideas like this creep me out even more, because I do believe in ghosts. I do believe in spirits. I do believe in demons. And watching all this unfold, like I said, it could happen to anyone. And if you want to go to a haunted house or a haunted asylum, there is a chance, if there is a spirit, it is going to stick with you. Maybe not for the rest of your life, but they'll follow you home and they will stick with you, because I really do believe in that. And that is what makes this film so scary yet so enjoyable, is that it is so real, and they do capture the realism so well by just not showing you anything at all other than a couple of creepy pictures. Everything is in everyone's head, and if you were in a fucked up situation like this is what would happen 100%. It is so believable, and it just makes the movie even more creepy because of that. And yet alone, the score in this movie, the soundtrack is fucking phenomenal. Almost every single scene is just, there's something off with a character, or they're walking down a hallway. There's not one stupid jump scare. It is very self-contained and just all around a well-produced movie. So, like I said, if you guys haven't watched Session 9, please go check it out. There is such a mystery behind this movie. Even though there are so many people that have seen it, everyone comes up with their own theories. But at the end of the day, do we really know what happened to the last guy that was alive? There's a couple of unanswered questions, but they're unanswered in a good way, because they just keep you thinking. It doesn't leave you on a stupid cliffhanger. So that is my review of Session 9. Thank you everyone for watching.